All right, good day once again, and we are most highly welcome for meeting at this point in time in our concept of geography. I wish the old video you will subscribe and link up for us to discuss more concepts. We are going to discuss, and by the end of this lesson, we are going to discuss about maps, what is made up of maps, examples of maps available now, the assessment of maps, and how maps can be useful to our discourse. So today, first of all, let's know what a map is. You can say that a map, it is the representation of parts or the whole earth on a flat surface or on a wall, which is usually drawn to scale. A map, it is the representation of parts or the whole earth on a flat surface or wall, usually drawn to scale. So in this case, someone may ask, is it anything that you see around that makes a map? No, you have a scale so that it should be in the cartographical way of access any map. That is the simple way that you can use to describe a map. We have different types of map in which when you ask your student, they will be saying, we have Ghana map, we have Togo map, we have Nigeria map, but at this stage, this is not what we are trying to discuss, or this is not our discourse. All that we can say is we are talking about the types of map which give details, a map that gives details about a particular feature, a map that describes an element. That is what we are trying to say. So if you say that we have different forms of map depending on the type of map and how the map is being used in a geographical way. So you can say that we have political map. That is also an example, a political map. This one, we are trying to say that a political map is a type of map that shows the boundary of an area. It shows the boundary extent. It shows the boundary decoration. That means it shows the boundary of a region or a country. That means where your boundary ends. That is where your ends. That is the political map. So this political map is basically showing these areas that we are trying to say. Someone can also say that we have vegetation map. It's a type of map. This vegetation map is a type of map which shows the association of plants coverage in an area, the association of plants. You can have different forms of plants. So that's why we say that it is vegetation map. The association of plants in an area is termed as vegetation map. You can have grass, you can even, when you get to the forest zones, we have the forest that is, someone will say, we have this evergreen forest. So in this case, you know the type of vegetation that you are talking about. So this map is basically showing the vegetation of an area. That is the concept. Another one also say that we have geological map. So in this case, this geological map is showing the availability of rock. We are trying to say the age and the size of the rock. So that's why we say that what course are you studying? I'm studying geology. So geological map, a map that shows the age, even the time that it came existence, how it is formed. Is this formed as a result of volcanicity or it's formed as a result of folding and fault in which compressional force will adjust to its effect on it and kindly give us what we find now or what we see in our various areas now. Another thing we can say that we have minerals map. Someone will say that a mineral in it will be linked with the geological map in the sense that these minerals are talking about the minerals deposits or the mineral ore that we have in the nation. For instance, when you come to Ghana, you can see that we have minerals like gold, diamond, bauxite. We have a map or we have the representation. We have something that shows the location of this map. This shows the location of this map, and it is really true for you to also assess yourself and see that this is a map that shows the minerals that we have in a particular domain. We have also topographical map. This map is normally shows or it shows the nature of the land. It shows the nature of the land and how the land is. We have undulating, that means it rises and falls we have different forms or we have different shapes of the land, in which as a geographer you should be able to at least list them and study them for your own benefit, for your own examples. You should be able to come out with enough illustration about the types of things that you've seen in your area. How is your landscape? Is it gentle? Is it slope? Is it undulating? That means it rises and falls. What was made up of this area? That is what we are trying to say, topographical map. Someone might also say that we have or we have a climate map or we have weather map. That one you can link it and we can say that the climate of map that shows the average weather condition of a place of an area period of time, usually 30 years and above. This map is surely taking up an area. It is showing us an area. It is giving us the area view. It is showing us the previous atmospheric condition at maybe the around 2000 and around 2030. What has been the atmospheric condition? Has it changed in the space of time? What are the resultant forces that led to the change? That is climatology. That means you're talking about meteorology. We are talking about climatologists. This map gives them the full information that they will really help us to assist them in a way. So basically, these are the types of map that is mostly important in a geographical spectrum. You can say that we have even regional map, we have population map. Now we are trying to say that the population map is showing the number of people staying in an area, the total number of people staying in an area. Now, so after knowing this map, the next aspect as a student is for you to know the various characteristics of a map. If you take a map, what can you see about the map? First of all, you see a title of the map. The title indicates total area. The title shows everything about the map. The title is very important because the title will give you the type of map that you are going to study. So if you don't have a title, that means you don't have a map. To me, the title is everything. That is the most important thing. So first of all, you should know that you should have a title. You should have a scale because it should drawn to a scale. It should drawn to a scale. It should have, we will have some features in the map. Because we are going to have some features in the map should also have a lot of key or legend, which will depict the nature of it. Maybe it's made up of minerals, it's made up of lumbering zones, the legend is going to give us the area. It's also very important. You should have direction. It's going to the North Pole, it's going to the South Pole, the West, East. You should also have that in mind. So basically, these are the characteristics of map that, or the trait of map that you should know. Then the most important thing is, what is the importance of map? Now, let me give you a vivid example. We have even our phones that we use, because something the geographical positioning system. Now, within a particular area, you can move to an area using your map. It gives direction, easy assessment, easy finding routes, easy finding direction. That is the most important of a map, which is also very serious in our discourse. So now we know the meaning of map, we know the characteristics of a map, we know the types of map in session. We can also go on further to discuss about scale. Now, someone might also say that what is the difference between a map and a globe? We could say that a globe is the spherical nature of the earth. It is typically showing the whole earth, but the map is showing aspects of the earth. There is a clear distinction. The map is showing some aspects of the. Let's say right now you are staying in Oklahoma. I'm also staying in Ghana. You see that it's very difficult for you to use the globe to show where you are. The globe is generally going to look at America on its own before you direct yourself to. Can take a map shows specific information while the globe shows general information. I normally use the word that the map is it is in series, but the globe is cumbersome. That means it shows a lot of information in this case. So as a student in geography, this is another aspect that you can also look at. Let's talk about another important thing in geography, which is termed as the scales. Before you can, let's say right now, you have this sheet. This sheet, you are saying that it is having 1/2. or we can say that is having 1. This is our map. Then this is our line. Then we will write at least 12 centimeters here. You write 12 centimeters here. Now, when you pick a normal long rule to check the 12 centimeters, you will see that it's longer than this paper. But we are still writing 12 centimeters. So what is that thing? That is termed as a scale. So we can say that a scale is the ratio or the relationship between distance measured on the map and the actual distance measured on the ground. It is the relationship, it is the ratio between distance measured on the map and the actual distance measured on the ground. So roughly, if you have 1/2, if you have 1/2, if you have 1/2, and you want to change it, you have means of doing it. So a scale is in 3 shapes. We have 3 types of scale. So right now, your definition is a scale is the relationship or ratio between distance measured on the map and the actual distance measured on the ground. We have basically 3 types of scale. We have the representative fractional scale, and we have the statement scale. These are the 3 types of scale that we have: the statement scale, the representative fractional scale, then the linear scale. Now, someone will say, what is a statement scale? The statement scale is a type of scale that is expressed in the words. It is expressed in a line form. It is expressed in a statement form in words. For example, 1 centimeter to 2 kilometers. This is a vivid example of a statement scale. 1 centimeter to 2 kilometers. But in calculation, you should always make sure that the centimeter part is having 1 or is 1, purposely for you to have a simple calculation. That is the statement scale. And you can also have 1 to 50,000. If you hear or if you see 1 is to 50,000, this is not a statement scale, but rather a RF scale, representative fractional scale. This scale is mostly expressed in a ratio or in a fraction form. But the linear scale comes in line. The linear scale comes in line. So these are the 3 types of scale that we have in geography. And I hope that by the next time that we meet, we are going to discuss a lot. Thank you for your time, and we meet again. Ciao.